episode of She
Her
Dyke.
Hey.
And I'm Lex.
Mary.
Welcome all our new subscribers, all our new listeners. Thank you for fucking with us. Recap. So the episode before last, we talked about if fingering counts. I took it upon myself. To take a little poll on the Twitters or whatever.
Okay.
And the results came back and they said you were a lie. Fingering counts, okay?
I don't remember you taking that poll.
The dykes have spoken. Fingering counts. This is what they said. The dykes have spoken. It counts. So I'm not crazy. But, I mean, some people, like we said, it's still subjective.
Yeah.
Some people need the combo bill, but the majority said it counts. So that's that on that. I win, you lose. Thank you very much.
I mean, I'm just saying, back to the combo. For all my combo meal people, I'm going to drop a comment.
Alright, so let's hop right into it. So this week we're going to talk about Uhauling, or, just moving in with your boo or whatever.
Yeah, straight and gay, honestly.
Lesbians love living together.
Yeah.
What's that shit that said, I hate texting, come live with me?
Yeah, no, honestly.
Nah, like that ass. That's
but someone did bring a couple people. Somebody was straight. She was straight who brought this and was moving in together. And then somebody else. So I feel like, I guess, across both sides.
Yeah.
The whole aspect of moving in with your partner, when you should do it, how do you know you're ready? And
so I guess when do you know it's the right time?
I don't know. Some people move in circumstantial.
Never that. I feel like all the times that I've lived with a partner, it was always under extenuating circumstances. And I just feel like if that ends up leading to resentment in a way, like if some shit happens, it's like, oh bitch, I only took you in because of this was happening, or you shouldn't even be here type shit. So I really feel like when you decide to move in with someone, it should definitely be a, hey, this is what I want to do, I like you, I love you, I want to share my space with you. And that's it. It shouldn't be no extra shit for it. Because I think that's just going to crash and burn.
Yes. Me and Lex have both have experiences with that.
Yeah, it's not.
And not to say that the actual living situation was bad. Well, I don't know for you.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But, not sharing my space with my partner wasn't the problem. Mm-hmm. I think it was just, maybe a little bit of resentment. And then maybe in my circumstances,
They're too soon. Sometimes it's just too soon.
Yeah.
Especially if you're early on in a relationship, you're still getting to know that person. How they navigate the outside. Where living with someone is a completely different ball game. You don't know somebody for real until you live with them. That's some completely different shit. How they are, behind closed doors is definitely different. So yeah, I would say that it has to be a mutual agreement for sure, and not know, I need someone.
But if you're with someone, you love them, you're talking to them, you're your girlfriend, let's say, scenario, 5 months, you really love this person, cool, and they're homeless.
Yeah, I know.
You have extra space. What do you do in that situation? I'm going to get kicked out, or, because that's...
Yeah, because, that's pretty much the situation I had.
Yeah.
Of course, this your partner, you love them, you want to take care of them. And I guess in that way, I guess
Oh, okay. Are you advising them not to do it?
From my experience, yes, don't do that shit.
Okay, I'll say this.
Because, what were they going to do if you weren't there?
Right. I would say I would set a time. So, obviously, you don't want your partner to be in the streets. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. Some people, you might be all they have. So, in that case, I would say, 3 months. But at the end of the day, this is my space, this is my home, and I'm just here. Boundaries. Yeah. And I'll give you 3 or 4 months, or whatever, to whatever is happening passes.
Yeah.
And
I think that's healthy. Good. Yeah. Because, considering the circumstances, it's not like you want her to move. That's not where y'all at in y'all relationship yet. So I would definitely say, yeah.
But I also don't want you to be homeless. So, okay, I'll bring you in. But at the same time, this isn't us moving in together.
Yeah.
This is me helping you.
Right.
So, if anyone is in that circumstance,
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I would. if you had to. But if they're coming,
I want to be the last resort to keep
right.
the buck with you. I want you to consider living in a box before you live in
like shelter. Did you try the women's shelter?
You know what I'm saying?
We don't have any openings.
You ain't got no cousins. You didn't try nobody couch.
No,
like
nothing. Dang.
And and it's not even me saying that. Of course, I want to help my partner, but you gotta. If y'all not there in y'all relationship, them moving in could easily end y'all relationship. It could easily be the reason why y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crash and burn. So, yeah, you gotta set a boundary, like, and, I guess, like, when you say it, you know, you just gotta be clear, like, hey, you my boo, love you, whatever, but in order for us to, you know what I'm saying, grow, I think it's best for it to be like this.
Yeah.
Period. So
period poo.
Boo boo.
Did you see that meme with the period poo?
Yes, with the fucking diaper, the poo with the diaper had the period. I fucking hate the internet. I fucking hate it. So okay, what's your experience, or how has your experience been living with your partner?
So I was super against living with someone. Like I can tell you, I was with somebody for 5-6 years, and I did not want to move with them.
Girl, same. I'd rather not.
I'd rather not. Like, I'm really against. Like, I'm easily irritated, and I do enjoy my space, but at the same time, I do like being up under my partner, and especially when it's time to go to sleep and things like that. And I do like when you move in with somebody, it's kind of like you're in your own world together with that person. Like, in a sense, like your own space. Like, it just feels like your own little world.
Yeah, it definitely has its pros and cons.
But yeah,
because you get to play house,
right? You get to play house, and I did move in with her, and then I was with somebody for like a year and a half. And I moved in with her very quickly. And I did that, I think, because I felt like, damn, I was with somebody for 6 years, and I never moved in with her. Maybe I need to grow up and let somebody into my space, as well as the circumstances. So I was like, okay, let me just do this. And it's got some perks. I gained 20 pounds. It's definitely, it's depending on the situation, and if your partner can cook. It's got some. It's definitely got some perks.
And then you got pussy right there, like literally.
Okay,
right there.
like you have live-in pussy, and my partner didn't work. So at that time, it was literally cakewalk. Blunts rolled.
Yeah.
Food was ready. But at the same time, I think in my situation, my partner didn't work. So also, I feel like how much you work also plays a fact, because some people don't see each other that often when they live together. Yeah. Just depending on.
It's very possible to live with someone and not see them.
Yeah. So, with that, I feel like I never got my space. So, when I would come home, I feel like, okay, she's always here. Always here. Always here. So, it was, like, a little different. I don't think I necessarily want to be in that situation ever again. But I think if I...
So, I mean, what did you guys run into any issues because y'all live together, other than you
I feel like... Yeah, I definitely feel like that. I feel like my situation is very, very, very specific. I feel like... The fact that she didn't live here before, the fact that she, especially, I know this is for the lesbians because you like to move in partners from other states. So I would be cautious also with that, because if they don't have any friends or anything like that and they don't make their own, you become everything. Yeah. So it's like when you get home from work, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so everything has its part. I think it would be different if maybe I met someone who lived in the area, who had their own friends, who had their own space, and might have been different. However, yeah, I think so. Because I was easily irritated, and people take offense to it that you live.
So was that your biggest issue, the space?
Yeah, and it wasn't even the space. It was in the beginning. Because, I think she would take it the wrong way if I, went to go sit on the other couch. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's about navigating. And I
think that's a issue with a lot, or I'm not going to say an issue, but a thing when you live with someone, because they're always there. So how do you set healthy boundaries to say, hey, I just need some space, even though you're right here? You know,
I would do, I lived in a 2-bedroom. My apartment's pretty big. So what I would do is,
second room?
Yeah, like, just, I'm here. I'll come in there every now and then, make sure you're good, but I'm in here playing the video game, or I'm watching my own TV, because not everything you want to watch is the same. Like, you have to think about all that stuff. Like, dang, I really stopped watching documentaries because you want to watch Marvel. I don't want to watch this stuff.
And, like, you can't take shit like that personal. Like, if I'm home and I want to play 2K and not be up under you, like, just let me do that.
Right, or be beside me. Like, you can be in my space without being in my space.
Or being in my space without being in my face.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part is, like, setting those boundaries in regard to space and how to navigate around that so your partner doesn't feel neglected or, you know, like you're not fucking with her or whatever.
Yeah, like, I'm cool. I'm just gonna play the game. Or I used to say up front, like, listen, today I'm playing the game all day. Go back there and watch your little...
Do what you do. Go play until fucking makeup.
Do what you gotta do. Watch your little reality TV. Okay. I'm gonna be up here. And then eventually she realized, like, oh, okay, like, this is better. Like, she's just in the other room. Like, but we do not have... Because sometimes you just don't want any human interaction.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Like, okay, I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
My experience is... Yeah, they both moved in under extenuating circumstances. So, if ever, because baby, I'm pretty good with the whole cohabitating thing. Yeah. It'll take a special kind of person to live with me. But yeah, I would say, like, the space thing was an issue, and, like, they just kind of, like, always wanted to do shit. Like, let's go out, let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, I don't feel like it. Yeah. And then it's like, how do you curve somebody when they live with you? Like, because when it's with your friends, it's like, oh, I can't right now. But they're, like, right there, and they see you not doing shit. So, what's the problem? Why you can't? So, I don't know. My experiences were not so great. I wouldn't recommend. Like, if you do move in, like I said, just make sure it's something you're ready for and you guys been dating and you feel like that's...
Yeah, see, people got the perks off of you because you're the cooker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're the one.
I know. I mean, shit. If I was going to be, like, you know what I'm saying, the baby or somebody taking care of me, hell yeah, I'd move in. But nah.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't want to live with nobody. But,
I think for me, it's going to be adjustment to find someone who I'm living together who works. Because I did enjoy her not working. But also, I
don't know. I'm good with them working. Like, leave me alone.
Like, I'm good with it. But I think it would be, like, because at the end of the day, when you're dating someone who doesn't work, it's like, damn, they're available at the drop of the dime for you. And I think that would definitely be an adjustment for me. Like, damn.
Yeah. I think when you live with someone, you have to make sure that you're, like, 100% comfortable with them. Because you're sharing this space with them. Like, you have to be comfortable with them. Because if you're not, like, it's going to cause issues.
And when I mean comfortable, like, absolutely.
Like, 100%.
Let me smell your butt. Like,
okay.
Let me, you know what I mean?
Let me change your tampon.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I like dirty girl shit like that with my partner.
Fucking
like,
gross, bro.
Not that I actually do it, but like I want to.
Oh, you sure you don't do it, sis?
I have pulled out my partner's tampon. Used. Wow. I was just curious. Let me pull it out.
Bitch, what the fuck is wrong? See,
I do.
Like, it's weird shit that goes on when you live.
When you live with somebody, like you do, like let me clean you. Like, just I mean, you have to. We all have like weird shit we do behind closed doors. Like,
that's why you gotta be comfortable. You gotta be comfortable. Like when I would my ex, she would just come home. Like, I would be in the shower when she got off work, and she'll just come sit and watch me shower and just tell me about her day. Like, flat out, or she'll take a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's how it has to be.
You really have to be comfortable. So that's another thing that I would suggest you make sure before moving in. And we already said what boundaries we would set with regard. That would be the space thing.
Yeah. How long do you think there should be a time limit on when someone moves in though? If they do feel like it's right, 2 or 3 months in, you feel like they should.
I say at least a year. For real, because when you get, I mean, people, of course, lesbians don't abide by that. They're ready to move in within the first 2 weeks, but I feel like a year, absolutely, because that gives you time to, go through all the experiences for real, so you can decide if you really want to be with that person.
What if?
Because you can move in 2 months or 2 weeks or whatever, and I'm like, y'all probably not gonna make it to a year.
Yeah.
So, for the longevity of the relationship, I personally think you can wait a year. Because what's the rush? Unless you're trying to save on rent, then that's another.
That's what I was gonna say. So my thing is, what would it be like if you spent 4 and 5 days with each other at each other's house, though?
That's different because it's still like,
yeah, true.
They can still get up and go, right. And they're not being like completely, in their element.
But do you think that's a waste of money per se, maybe? But even then, I feel like if you're doing that, for at least wait till the lease is time to renew the lease.
Yeah,
then y'all can make that decision.
Yeah, I just say, I'm not going to say there is a specific time frame, but just like I said, make sure you're 100% comfortable with that person. Like, fully. You can give some test runs, stay a week, 2 weeks.
And that, too, I think that, too, for people who spend a lot of time together. And I think lesbians want to rush in so much, especially when they're out of state.
Yeah. I know for me, like, I can barely spend a weekend with a bitch. I'd be like, all right, you got somewhere to go? Let's go. But, yeah, so that's that on that.
So everybody just think about it a lot. Make sure everybody wants to do it. Don't do it under extenuating circumstances.
Like, it should be organic and healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're considering moving in with that person, think about why. Like, if it's something that's like rent, or, you know what I'm saying, something that's like,
oh, because they live far, or no, that's not.
Right, like, you have to really, like, love that person and want to be with them before you move in with them. Like, because, I see so many, like, couples crash and burn. Like, they be living with each other. They done went half on this lease. I know some people who and then they stuck in a lease, like, and they only lasted 3 months. Like, so, that's it, I guess.
Yeah.
We got some questions. Y'all gave us some questions or whatever, so we're going to run through this real quick. Hold on, let me see.
We're going to do how many questions?
Let's do 2.
This one or this one? Because this is...
that one.
Oh, it's all the way down here. What are you guys' ideal date?
I think that's fun.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. I think my ideal date would have to be, I don't know. Like somewhere.
What kind of dates do you like? Think about that first. I like all day dates in the beginning, like multiple events or.
Oh yeah, me too. Honestly, probably. Yeah, I don't know if this is considered a date though. What is an ideal date? Honestly, that's a hard question. I don't get asked out on many dates. Like, no one has really planned like a whole day for me. And I'm trying to think about the dates that I have been on. Like,
no one's ever planned. We should talk about films and their lack of
I'm
courting.
just trying to think of if the question is for me, because personally I think my best day is when I, took someone to the aquarium. And that was really nice. It was like a whole day thing. I like stuff like that.
Okay. No, but it's asking you your ideal date. So if you could come up with the ideal date for you, what would it be?
Probably something like that. Like maybe something cultural related, animal related. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or honestly, an ideal date for me would to go get drinks and talk about everything. Honestly, I like to chit chat. I think for me, something very intimate.
Yeah, definitely intimate. Like that. It depends on if it's the first date or not. They didn't specify.
I would prefer intimate regardless because
intimate for sure. They definitely got to be intimate. That's the best part. Why are we dating if we're not being intimate?
Yeah, I just like to get to read people's thoughts, how they think. So that would probably something where we would not a lot of distractions. Mm-hmm. So. Maybe something intimate. I'm easy.
I guess my ideal date, I'm just going to say, maybe my first date. If it was the first date. I guess I would say it'll definitely be a 2-3 part date. And the first activity would be something fun, something like escape room or fucking...
Yeah, you love shit like that.
Something where I can see them, how they, interact with other people and how they move about within like activities or whatever. So yes, definitely like an activity like escape room or fucking. I'm not gonna say paint and sim because I hated that shit. I got ADD. I can't sit there for 3 hours.
It's 3 hours.
Girl, yes.
Oh,
That shit is long as fuck. Or 2.5, one of those. But the shit is long. Yeah, something like that, or like a art gallery, interactive, or a museum. That'll be cute. Food, definitely gotta have food, sis. So yeah, so the first part will be like a exhibit, art gallery, or an activity. Food, cause niggas is hungry. And then we'll end the night with maybe like some live music, like.
Oh, you fancy,
girl.
Who want to take us out on a date? Someone's trying to.
Cause I love live music. That's the way to my heart. So like maybe like a little lounge
Shout
or
out to
cafe.
DC because they have all the good
Oh
live
my!
music. Oh my god!
I've had so many. This girl. Never mind. Anyway, the date. So yeah, it'll end the night with something intimate like live music or like an open mic or something like that. Drinks. And then, ideally, we go back to the crib. You know what I'm saying?
My name is Charlie.
Last name Wilson. Yeah, that's that. So definitely a multi-part date. So I can see different.
So whoever wants to take Lex out, you gotta have that money.
Okay. Money bags. Fun. Take me out. And the next question. Which one should we do?
Let's see.
No, that's one. This one or this one?
We can do this one.
Alright, how do we meet?
Hey! Well, okay, first of all, I remember Lex at a birthday party for a mutual friend at the club. And Amber, yes. Okay. And I remember you there, but I do feel
like forgettable, girl.
But I do remember. I feel like I've maybe seen you on social media. So
we definitely seen each other in social media because of the house thing. You were in the house.
Yeah,
I was in the house.
I might not have known that was Lex, but I definitely remember her face. And then I went to Sweet Heat one year, and
we followed each other on social media.
Yeah, we followed each other.
I don't know if it was Twitter or Instagram.
And she shot her shot as a friend. She was like, oh, you going to
Shooter's going to shoot.
And she was like, what up, popular stranger? That's what she DM'd me. And then I went to Sweet Heat, and I went with my homegirl, and I was like, yo, I'm really not trying to go with two couples.
I don't know why you did that.
Because she said she wasn't. She was like, oh no, they're just cool. They're just friends from work. They're not together. Girl, there was two couples.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. So I was in Sweet Heat at the hotel, and I was on Snapchat. I followed Lex on Snapchat, and I was like, damn, she's having the time of her life. I was like, I'm gone.
Oh man, Sweet Heat was lit that year. It was like
Lex had all the femmes. Like Lex came with like 5 femmes in the room. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gone. Bye. So I went and chilled with her. We ended up linking up to get some food.
Yeah, so she came through, and I guess she ditched her friends at Sweet Heat to hang with us. And like she said, I was with all femmes, so I didn't have any other stud friends. So it worked, and we just kind of like clicked. And I've literally talked to this nigga every day since.
Literally every day.
That was 2015.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Literally every day, like it's wild. But since she ditched her friends, she was at our villa every day and stayed the night. Well, stayed the night for other reasons, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we just linked up at Sweet Heat and we just clicked. Like we said, Sweet Heat's definitely like a great way to meet people because everybody be there.
Because even Darnice I met and she was in Norfolk, both of y'all.
That's how I reconnected with Tasia.
Yeah.
So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
She was at Sweet Heat?
Yeah.
Oh.
That year I met you.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
I haven't seen Tasia in like 10 years. So yeah, Sweet Heat is definitely a great way. Pull up, meet some friends. I've met this nigga there and we've been cool ever since. So
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I think everyone should go. Like I said in previous episodes, it was late. But that is how we blossomed. And she lived in DC, and I was literally coming up there,
being a hoe,
and I was staying with her, and she was for real taught me how to drink. Even though she's younger than me, I'm definitely a huge smoker, pothead for life.
Changed your life, turned you out, baby.
Yeah, but she we was definitely
just since Sweet Heat, we just always made good friends. Yeah, you were ready to turn up.
So it was a wrap.
Yeah,
and then she moved back here.
Yeah,
so that was meant to be.
And that's it. Y'all been hitting us up on the Curious Cat, so Yeah, it's going to be on my Twitter. Mary's going to post it when she has time. But, yeah, so, yeah, if you have questions, hit us up on The Curious Cat if you're on Twitter, or feel free to email us at sheherdyke@gmail.com. Sheherdyke@gmail.com, okay? And, yeah, thank y'all for fucking with us. We'll be back here on another Monday, baby.
Yep.
Bye.